This is now my Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Jarrell Miller fight prediction now for you guys. And yes, it is going to be an interesting one in my opinion. This one, of course, goes down this weekend on the Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov undercard. And personally, I'm very hyped and very excited for this one. It's going to be a really interesting heavyweight scrap, 100%. Who do I think is going to win the fight? Well, I've already done a big prediction video for the full card. Check that out if you haven't already, guys. But I have gone with a Jarrell Miller win in this fight. And I've got my reasons for it, which we're going to go through now. So, as we know, especially, and I think this is a big thing, which will affect this fight. And it's something I forgot to mention in my last video. And Jarrell Miller's weight loss. Apparently, he's lost over 40 pounds coming into this fight, which is very interesting. And as we know, Jarrell Miller has looked very sluggish and a lot slower ever since he's came off the PEDs. But now he's lost this. Now Jarrell Miller's lost 40 pounds. This could be massive for him, in my opinion. And it can help bring back, a former like agile Jarrell Miller where, we have his quick hands in there and decent head movements as well. And that's what we got with Miller on the PEDs. He was a lot quicker, had a good solid gas tank. I still don't think the gas tank will be as good as, what it used to be, but it's going to be much better now than what it was in that Daniel Dubois fight, for example, when Jarrell Miller was badly gassing out in that fight, especially in those later rounds. I think as well, Andy Ruiz Jr. taking 2 years out of the game, like, how much does the guy even want it? How much does Andy Ruiz Jr. want this? I think Jarrell Miller wants it more overall, to be fair. He seems to have got himself into really good shape, much better shape than it was. He seems to be wanting to be much more active now as well, which I think is definitely very important. And the hunger, I think, is there for Jarrell Miller, 100%. He's going to go in there and try and take Andy Ruiz's head off, 100%. But with Andy Ruiz Jr., though, even though with how fat he is, he's always been pretty agile. He's always had good movement, decent head movements as well, to be fair. And he's always been ridiculously quick, one of the quickest punchers in the heavyweight division overall, in my opinion, 100%. But, how much of his groove has he actually lost after so long out, and probably a loss of passion for the game overall. I don't think he looked great against Luis Ortiz. Yes, he dropped him 3 times, but Charles Martin dropped Luis Ortiz. And let's be real, I also massively question Andy Ruiz's chin coming into this fight as well. I always have. The guy got dropped by Chris Arreola. He's always really getting his head snapped back quite a lot, leaving himself a bit open up top as well. And I think his chin's there. I think he's there to be hurt, in my opinion. He is he's a Mexican fighter. He is a tough man, but I still do question the chin of Ruiz, though. Like that, getting dropped by Chris Arreola, getting his head snapped back a lot in his fights. I mean, it is heavyweight boxing, but I feel like he does get hurt quite a lot, in my opinion, and does take quite a bit of unnecessary damage at times, 100%. Jarrell Miller does as well, but the guy just he just consistently walks you down. And, even though he's lost 40 pounds, he's still ridiculously heavy, 19 stone something probably. Probably 18 stone something now. But, I mean, the guy's no, he's massive in his last one. Yeah, 19 stone, we'd say. He's still massive. He'll still be able to take big shots, in my opinion. He can come up with a good high guard as well. And, Miller likes to mix his shots into the body. Miller does have a good shot selection. And I think he can back Andy Ruiz up, and I think he can really hurt Andy Ruiz and really punish him, taking that fight to him. I think, he will eventually put Andy Ruiz Jr. out of ideas completely overall, to be fair. And I think, because Ruiz hasn't got the passion that he has, that he used to before he became champ, I think he'll kind of just crumble a bit and just look a bit sloppy and lazy in there overall, and Miller's just going to be bulldozing right at him, in my opinion. It's 100% going to be a great heavyweight slugfest. 2 guys that likes to come forward with good quick hands as well. It's going to be a fun fight, 100%. And, there's going to 100% be a knockout either way. But I'm going with Jarrell Miller to win this fight in round 6. I think he wants it more. I think he's got a great shot selection. The 40-pound weight loss, I think, is really going to benefit him coming to this fight. I feel like he'll be pretty agile again. He needs a decent gas tank when you're up against someone like Ruiz as well. Yeah, I think Jarrell Miller's going to win. I see most people picking Andy Ruiz Jr., but I'm going with an underdog win here, and I'm pretty confident in it. I picked Derek Chisora to beat Joe Joyce last week, who was a big underdog. The same thing can happen again with an underdog win with Jarrell Miller here, in my opinion. But overall, I think it's more 50-50 than what people think, because Ruiz has been out for so long, and Ruiz hasn't looked exactly amazing in his last few fights against Areola or against Luis Ortiz. Ruiz didn't really look exactly great in any of them, to be fair. He does get a bit sluggish at times. And up close, I feel like Miller probably can mix in the better shots, to be fair. I think Miller's the more harder puncher than what Ruiz is, but I think Ruiz has probably got the speed advantage over Jarrell Miller. But now I think Miller's going to look more agile coming to this fight. I think the head movement will be better from Miller. I feel like he'll be able to counter Ruiz quite a bit in this fight as well. And I think he'll be able to back him up. And I think Jarrell Miller will be able to stop Andy Ruiz Jr. this weekend. I just don't think Ruiz has got that passion anymore. He's going to, and like, let's be real, he was already looking really sluggish in those Chris Areola and those Luis Ortiz fights. How's he going to look after 2 years out? I don't think he's going to look all too great. Again, like, I just feel like Jarrell Miller might be too smart for him here, and I think Jarrell Miller's going to end up getting him out of that bit. I think Jarrell Miller will be able to walk him down, back him up on the ropes, and do some good work when he's got Ruiz up on the ropes, get in some big body work, go up top, and really punish Ruiz. I think Miller will probably drop him in the 6th, and then it will end up being a stoppage. That's what I'm saying for this one. But yeah, I'm very excited for the fight. I think probably one of the fights I'm most excited for in the whole card. It's a very good and intriguing fight. Who doesn't like seeing two massive heavyweight bulldogs just go and bulldoze at each other with everything they've got? It's going to be a really fun fight. Anyway, thanks for watching.